Living with ADHD, a personal journey. I've lived with ADHD my whole life, but I didn't always know what it was. As a kid, I was that one student who couldn't sit still, constantly fidgeting or doodling when I was supposed to be paying attention. Back then, I thought I was just bad at focusing, like everyone else had this secret ability that I'd never learn. Living with ADHD feels like having a brain that's always on. It's like trying to tune in to one radio station when a dozen are playing all at once. I start one task, but before I can finish, my mind has already jumped to the next thing. It's not that I don't want to focus. I really do. But my brain just doesn't cooperate. One of the hardest parts of ADHD is how it impacts your self-worth. For years, I thought I was lazy or unmotivated because I couldn't keep up with deadlines or stay organised. I'd set goals for myself, but when I couldn't meet them, I felt like a failure. I lost count of how many times I was told, "You're not living up to your potential." That pressure to just be better gets to you. It's like running a race while carrying a backpack full of bricks. And when you can't keep up, you start believing there's something wrong with you. Things changed when I was diagnosed with ADHD in college. It was a relief, honestly. Finally, there was a reason for why I struggled so much. I wasn't just lazy or forgetful. My brain was wired differently. I've learned strategies to manage it, like using planners and reminders to stay organised. Breaking tasks into smaller steps helps me stay on track without getting overwhelmed. Time management is still a challenge, but I've found setting timers works. It's all about structure and finding what works for me. There was one moment at work that really stands out. Deadlines were piling up, and I felt completely overwhelmed. A colleague, who happened to be a mental health first responder, noticed and asked if I wanted to talk. At first, I didn't want to admit I was struggling, but they were patient and non-judgmental. Eventually, I opened about my ADHD, and they listened without trying to fix anything. That conversation made a huge difference. They helped me prioritize tasks and suggested I take breaks, reminding me that burnout wouldn't help anyone. Living with ADHD is still challenging, but I've come a long way. I've learned that ADHD doesn't define me, and it's part of who I am, but it's not the whole story. I've built routines that work for me, and I've learned to ask for help when I need it. I'm grateful for the support I've had along the way, especially from that mental health first responder. They helped me realise that I wasn't alone and that it's okay to reach out. ADHD doesn't make me less capable. It just means I need different tools to succeed.